She waited until I finished renovating her apartment completely out of pocket before dumping me. She smirked. "Thanks for the value boost." I smiled back. The next day, she returned to find I had legally removed everything I paid for, including the toilet, the sink, and the flooring. And then I, 32 male, just finished renovating my girlfriend's apartment. Spent 6 months and about 47 grand turning her dump into something you'd see on HGTV. Day after I installed the last piece, she dumped me with "thanks for the value boost" and a smirk. So I went back and took everything. The toilet, the sink, the floors, the cabinets, all of it. Left her with the same nightmare she had when I started. Yeah, I know how that sounds. Let me explain. Met my ex about 1.5 years ago. She's a freelance graphic designer. I do commercial construction management. Things moved fast. Around month 4, she starts complaining about her apartment. Place was genuinely terrible. Original 70s everything. Avocado appliances, linoleum peeling everywhere, bathroom that looked diseased. My landlord said if I improve it, he'll cut my rent by $200 a month permanently, she told me. That I'm broke. That should have been my first red flag. But nope, I'm an idiot in love, so I offered to help. Started with paint, then she's like, "Wouldn't it be amazing if the kitchen was actually usable?" And, "The bathroom is so gross I can't have friends over." I went all in. Completely gutted and rebuilt the kitchen. Custom cabinets I made in my workshop, quartz counters, new appliances, designer backsplash. Bathroom got the full treatment too. Ripped everything out, new toilet, vanity, rainfall shower, even a small tub. Replaced all the floors with engineered hardwood. New lighting throughout, built custom shelving. The works. 6 months. Every night and weekend, $47,000 of my own money. She paid exactly $0. Kept saying she was saving for her business and would totally pay me back eventually. But she loved posting about it online. My amazing boyfriend made my dreams come true, with 1,000,000 heart emojis. Tagged me in everything. I genuinely thought we had a future. Couple weeks ago, I finished installing the custom wine rack I'd built. Stepped back, looked around. The place was gorgeous. Better than most luxury apartments. Worth every hour and every dollar. My girlfriend walked through, running her hand over the counters, smiled at me. "This really boosted the value, huh?" "Yeah, your place looks incredible." She nodded. "We need to talk." You know that tone. My stomach dropped. We sat down. She hit me with the classics. "It's not you, it's me. I need to focus on myself. I'm not ready for something serious." This blindsided me. We'd literally just talked about moving in together. "Is there someone else?" "No," she said way too fast. "I just think we want different things." I stood up. "Okay, hope you figure out what you want." Started walking to the door. She called after me. "Hey, thanks for everything. The apartment looks incredible." I turned back. She was smirking. Actually smirking. "Thanks for the value boost." That's when it clicked. 6 months, 47 grand. I'd been a contractor with benefits, nothing more. I smiled. "You're welcome." Walked out, sat in my truck for a while, hands shaking. Then I started making calls. Next morning, she was out at brunch with friends, saw her location still shared. I showed up with 3 guys from my crew. Here's the thing about renovations. If you're smart, you document everything. I had receipts for every purchase, photos of me installing it all, text messages where she explicitly said I was paying. Her landlord had signed paperwork acknowledging the improvements were done by me at my expense. Legally, everything I installed was mine. I'd just been lending it to the apartment. Over the next several hours, we removed every appliance, left the old avocado ones we found in storage, every cabinet I'd built, loaded into my truck, the countertops, both sinks, the toilet, replaced it with the original crusty one, the vanity and medicine cabinet, all the tile, every plank of flooring, exposed the gross linoleum underneath, all the light fixtures, swapped in cheap builder-grade ones, shower head, towel rack, tub, custom closet system, the shelves, even the nice outlet covers. Left the apartment exactly as it was when I first saw it. Maybe worse. One of my guys looked around. "Boss, this is brutal." She smirked about the value boost, I said. "She's not keeping what she didn't pay for." Left a note on the original counter. Came to collect my property. Everything I purchased and installed has been removed. The apartment is back to its original condition. Good luck focusing on yourself. Signed it, left the key, walked out. Got home late afternoon. My garage was full of kitchen cabinets and appliances. My phone was exploding, but I ignored it. That evening she showed up, pounding on my door. "What did you do?" I opened it. She was purple with rage. "Collected my property." "You can't just take the toilet. That's insane. It's my toilet. Got the receipt. You left me with nothing." "I left you what was there when I started. The original appliances are in storage. I put them back." She was shaking. "You can't do this. This is theft." "Nope. I documented everything. Your landlord signed forms saying I did the work at my expense. Nothing was gifted to you. They were improvements I made while we were together, using my materials, my labor. We were together. You can't take back gifts. Renovations aren't gifts, and you made it super clear yesterday this wasn't a partnership. You used me for 6 months to upgrade your place for free, then dumped me the second I finished. So yeah, taking my stuff back." Her face was red. "I'm calling the cops." "Cool, I'll show them receipts, permits in my name, texts where you said I was paying for everything. You contributed $0. She stared at me. "You're a psycho. I'm a guy who won't be used. Get off my property." Slammed the door. Heard her screaming outside for a bit before she left. Sat down with a beer. Felt good. Vindicated. Look, I'm not heartless. I genuinely loved her. Thought we had something real. But that smirk? Thanks for the value boost? That showed me exactly who she was. Someone who saw me as a resource, not a partner. She played a game. I just played it better. Update 1. Been about a week since the great toilet repossession. The entitlement has reached new levels. My ex started calling from every number imaginable. Her friends' phones, random numbers, even tried her mom's. Finally sent one text, "Contact me again. It's harassment. Future communication through lawyers only." Gave her my lawyer's info. My cousin does property law. She thinks this whole thing is comedy gold. "You documented everything? Every receipt, every permit, every text, photos of me installing it all. You're golden." She's got nothing. Couple days later, my ex's lawyer called mine. Apparently she scraped together consultation money. They're claiming I vandalized the apartment and stole fixtures that became part of the property. My lawyer sent documentation. Receipts, permits, installation photos, texts where my ex acknowledged I paid for everything and would pay me back someday. Radio silence for a few days. Then my ex's best friend showed up at my work, got past the desk, somehow caught me after a meeting. "You need to fix this." "Excuse me?" "She's living in a construction zone. No bathroom, no kitchen. You can't just leave someone like that." I left her with what was there before. That's not livable. Was livable 18 months ago. She can't afford to fix it. You know she's broke. Not my circus, not my monkeys. She dumped me after I finished her place. She doesn't get to keep my work and money. She stepped closer. "You're giving back the appliances and toilet at minimum. Basic human decency." Human decency would have been not using me for 6 months, then smirking about value boosts. Tell her to buy her own toilet. "You're pathetic. And you're trespassing." Security. That night, my ex's mom called. "My daughter trusted you, loved you, and you're punishing her for being honest about her feelings? Your daughter used me as a free contractor for 6 months, then dumped me the day after I finished. She literally thanked me for the value boost with a smirk. She was emotional. You're taking it too literally. I'm taking my property back. She needs those things to live. The apartment has appliances, the originals. They work. She lived with them before. You're cruel. I'm logical. Your daughter played games. She lost. Hung up. Blocked that number. Few days later, landlord called. Surprisingly chill. Your ex is saying you destroyed her place? I removed everything I installed and paid for, returned it to original condition. Yeah, figured. Got the paperwork showing you did it all at your expense. She's demanding I make you put it back or sue you. I waited. Here's the thing. She's got 2 months on her lease. I'm not renewing. Soon as she's out, I'm doing my own reno and jacking the rent $800. She basically showed me there's way more value in this unit. I laughed. She's getting kicked out? Not renewed. Also billing her for reinstalling the old appliances. She complained they don't work. They work fine. She's just used to that Viking range you put in. Perfect. Then my ex tried a new angle. Showed up at my place with her boyfriend. Yeah, turns out there was someone else. He tried the tough guy routine. You need to make this right. What you did was messed up. I looked at him, then her. This the guy? She looked embarrassed. He didn't. Doesn't matter who I am, you left her in a bad situation. Bad situation would have been her being honest instead of using me as free labor while she cheated. She didn't cheat. You here when I was renovating her place? Silence. So yeah, she was seeing you while I installed her sink and cabinets. She cheated, used me, threw me away. Now consequences. My ex spoke up. I need the appliances back, please. I'll pay you over time. Nope. I can't cook. I can't shower. It's unlivable. Should have thought about that before the value boost comment. I was joking. Didn't sound like a joke. Her boyfriend tried again. Just be reasonable. Give her the basics. The stove, fridge, toilet. Where was her reasonableness when she used me? Where's the reasonableness in cheating while I'm working nights and weekends? She made a mistake, and I'm making a choice. Leave. They left. She yelled back, everyone's gonna know what you are. Good, maybe people will stop using me. Got inside, cracked a beer. Called my house flipper buddy. Still need kitchen stuff? Always. Custom cabinets, quartz counters, Viking range, designer fixtures. Basically new. What's the catch? No catch. Clearing out from a project that didn't pan out. Sold him everything for 32 grand. Not the full 47 I spent, but considering I used it for 6 months, fair enough. Plus money in my pocket. My ex is gonna lose it when she finds out. Update 2. 3 weeks in, the entitlement just keeps coming. My ex started a whole campaign with mutual friends, telling everyone I'm financially abusing her by taking our renovations. A friend gave me the heads up. She's saying you took the toilet out of pure spite, that you left her without basic utilities. The apartment has a toilet, the original, it works. She's making it sound like you left a hole in the ground. She's dramatic, lost a few surface-level friends who bought her story, whatever. Real friends know better. Then she escalated. Filed a police report claiming I broke in and stole property. Cops showed up. I showed them everything. Receipts, permits, texts, installation photos, lawyers' documentation, proving I had legal right to remove my property. The officers looked at each other. This is civil. We can't help here. You've got documentation for everything. She said I broke in. I had a key. I was approved for maintenance. Her landlord has paperwork I was doing authorized work. Younger cop shook his head. She's wasting our time. They left. I filed my own report about the false claim. Paper trail. Days later, her lawyer sent a demand letter. 47,000 for stolen renovations, 5 grand for emotional distress, 3 grand for temporary housing while apartment is uninhabitable. Demand I reinstall everything. My lawyer laughed reading it. Her lawyer's reaching hard. You've got ironclad documentation. This is intimidation. We sent our response. Copies of everything. Added that false police reports are illegal. Mentioned if they pursue this, I'll countersue for harassment and legal fees. Silence for a week. Then my ex got creative with social media. Started posting about financial abuse and controlling men who take back gifts out of spite. Never named me, but everyone knew. Comments flooded in. Half supporting her, half calling BS. Some mutual friends who knew the truth started dropping screenshots. Her texts thanking me for paying. Photos she posted bragging about her talented boyfriend doing all the work. She deleted it within hours. Screenshots lived on. Her mom left a voicemail. I know what she did was wrong. She admits it, but you're destroying her life over a mistake. Is revenge really worth it? Be the bigger person. Didn't respond. Bigger person means let her get away with it. Here's the kicker. My house flipper buddy posted progress pics of his current project. My custom cabinets in a gorgeous kitchen. Tagged me as the builder. My ex saw it, completely lost it. Showed up at my place late at night, hysterical. You sold my cabinets? I didn't let her in. They were mine. I built them, got photos of the whole process. I lived with those for months, and now someone who paid for them is living with them. That's how property works. I'm suing you. They were never yours. You paid $0. You gave them to me. Installed them while we were together. No gift transfer, no ownership change, they stayed mine. Her boyfriend stepped up. This is too far. She needed those. She needed to not use me while cheating. Here we are. You made 32 grand off stuff in her place. That's messed up. I spent 47, I recouped losses. Math. My ex was crying. I can't afford to fix anything. My landlord's not renewing. I have to move. Do you care? About consequences for your actions? Not really. You're heartless. I'm done being used. There's a difference. Both of you need to leave before I call the cops for trespassing." They left. Her boyfriend threatened to handle this differently if I didn't make it right. Called my lawyer immediately. Documented the threat. She said keep records of all contact attempts. Next development came from the landlord again. She's telling other tenants you're dangerous, that you broke in and vandalized. I've had people ask if they should worry. She filed a false police report. Cops confirmed it was civil and I had legal right to remove my property. Figured. She's also withholding rent now. Says the apartment's uninhabitable, so she shouldn't pay. It's in the exact condition it was when she moved in. I know. I documented that when I showed her the unit. She's trying to escape lease consequences. Good for me though. I can start eviction. Wanted to warn you in case she blames you. Appreciate it. And hey, you ever want to do actual paid work on my properties, let me know. You do quality stuff. Last thing, my ex sent an email from a throwaway account. I'm sorry, I messed up. I hurt you, but you're ruining my life. I lost my apartment. I'm drowning in debt finding a new place. My mom is sick with stress. My relationship is falling apart because he thinks you're being heartless. Please just give me the appliances back. I'll pay you, I promise. I just need help. Forwarded to my lawyer. Classic manipulation. Sick mom. Relationship troubles. Payment promises. Don't engage. Blocked the email. Blocked every new number. Blocked her everywhere. This was never revenge. It was refusing to be a doormat. She made a calculated decision to use me for 6 months, then dump me with a smirk about the value boost. She played games with my money, time, and feelings. I just stopped playing. Took my toys and went home. Her consequences? Landlord not renewing, relationship falling apart, having to move. Not my fault. Those are natural results of her choices. I'm not the villain. I'm just the guy who stopped being the victim. Final update. 2 months since the toilet incident. Time to wrap this up. Legal stuff died fast once my ex realized she had no case. Her budget lawyer sent one more letter asking for 15 grand as a compromise for shared investment in the relationship. My lawyer responded with a breakdown. 47,000 in materials and labor, 0 from my ex, plus documented proof she was seeing someone else during renovations. Attached social media screenshots of her with the boyfriend, timestamped during my work. They dropped it immediately. Her lawyer probably finally explained she had 0 standing and was burning money. My ex did get evicted, stopped paying rent, claimed uninhabitability, landlord had enough. Court sided with him in about 15 minutes. She had 30 days. Heard she moved in with the boyfriend, lasted maybe 6 weeks. Apparently living together revealed some issues. Who knew relationships built on cheating don't have solid foundations? Last I heard, she's back with her parents. Her mom called one final time crying, begging me to help my daughter. She has nowhere. She made her choices. I'm sorry she's struggling, but that's not my responsibility. You used to love her. Past tense, she killed that when she used me. Hung up, blocked it, the 32 grand from selling everything, down payment on a small investment property. A fixer-upper I'm renovating. This time it's actually mine. No girlfriend claiming value boosts. Just me building equity in something I own. Turns out I like this work. Therapeutic even. Got neighbors asking if I do paid jobs. Might turn it into a side business. My ex using me for free labor actually showed me a career path. Couple friends said I went too far. That I should have let her keep the appliances and toilet. Been the bigger person. So let her use me, cheat, dump me, and keep 47 grand of my work? That's being bigger? They didn't have good answers. Others said they respected the boundary. One buddy said, you showed what self-respect actually looks like. Maybe. Or maybe I just refused to be a doormat. My ex tried one last reach out. Sent a message through a mutual friend asking if we could talk like adults and move past this. I sent back, we already have moved past it. I've moved on. She should too. Final word. Do I regret taking the toilet, the sink, the appliances, every cabinet I built? Not even a little. She looked me in the eye after 6 months of my time, money, and labor, smirked about the value boost. She made it transactional. So I treated it like a transaction. She wanted the improvements without the relationship. Doesn't work that way. People ask if I'm bitter. I'm not. Bitter would be obsessing, plotting elaborate revenge, trying to ruin her. I didn't do that. I took back what was mine. That's not revenge, that's self-respect. The renovation taught me I'm good at building things. Custom work, tile, full kitchen remodels, got the skills, but the experience taught me something better. Be careful who you build things for. Not everyone values the work. Some people think they're entitled to it. My ex saw my work as a service she was owed. Free labor because we dated. When she was done with me, she expected to keep the results without commitment. She learned people aren't tools you use and discard. Actions have consequences. I learned to document everything. Get agreements in writing. Protect yourself legally. Next time I renovate someone's place, if there is one, there'll be a contract. Clear terms, legal protections, or better yet, I'll stick to renovating my own properties. Much simpler. As for dating, taking a break, focusing on my investment property, building my side business, hanging with friends who have my back. Eventually I'll trust someone again, but smarter, more careful, less naive. My ex wanted to use me as a stepping stone. Instead, she lost her apartment, her relationship imploded, and she's in her parents' basement. I've got 32 grand invested in property, a potential business, and satisfaction knowing I didn't let someone walk on me. That's not revenge. That's just math. To everyone who supported me, thanks. To everyone saying I went too far, you're entitled to that opinion, but nah. To my ex, if you're reading this, and you probably are, you played yourself. You had someone who genuinely loved you, willing to invest time and money into your life, and you threw it away for some side piece. Hope the smirk was worth it. Done with this chapter, time to build something new, something actually mine.